Security officials left the CPS at 4 p.m. to ensure law and order on the final day of 2025. By as early as 8 p.m., they had already been deployed across Kampala, covering hotels, places of worship, and entertainment venues as the city prepared to usher in the new year. The presence of security created a sense of order as people gathered to celebrate. NTV Uganda followed the security team to observe how they were carrying out their duties. Our journey began at Serena Hotel, where security was quite tight. Guests were thoroughly checked at the entrance before being allowed into the hotel. Uganda police officers had reinforced the hotel's own security team, and upon arrival, they first met with the hotel's head of security before screening guests. The process was calm, organized, and respectful. Just a short distance away at Sheraton Hotel, security was equally tight. Along the way, security personnel were seen heading to their duty posts, while others directed traffic to ensure smooth movement ahead of midnight. Cars were guided to avoid parking congestion, and border riders were redirected to maintain free traffic flow around the area. At Watoto Church, security arrangements were clearly structured. A designated security area also served as the main entrance. Both male and female security officers were present to ensure comfort during bag checks, especially for women. Worshippers passed through walk-through metal detectors before entering the prayer grounds. They also had a team that handled car parking. The situation was much the same at Old Kampala Secondary School, another popular venue for New Year prayers. Walk-through metal detectors were in place, and security teams included both men and women. Parents with children were reminded to keep a close eye on them to prevent anyone from getting lost in the crowd.
They should take care of them by being where they are, handling them with care, giving them what they want.
At St. Paul's Cathedral Namirembe, worshippers were manually checked in addition to use of machines, ensuring that nothing dangerous was missed. Those we spoke to said the checks did not make them uncomfortable. Instead, many appreciated the respectful approach and the fact that checks were done by the appropriate gender.
Yes, I'm okay with checking. Yes. The security was okay, everything was okay. I'm not complaining.
Security was equally tight at Kabaka's Palace in Mengo, where the annual Nkuka celebrations take place every December 31st. Several layers of security were present, including military police, and walk-through metal detectors were also in use. At Yes Center Sports Arena, there were no visible metal detectors, but churchgoers queued to be checked one at a time. Men and women lined up separately. Similar measures were observed at St. Stephen's Church, Chisugu, where walk-through metal detectors and organized checks were in place. Later, police provided an update on the overall security situation. According to Kawala, the Kampala Metropolitan Police spokesperson, the New Year celebrations were generally calm and peaceful, with only a few major incidents reported. One suspected murder by stabbing was recorded at around 8 p.m. involving a border rider identified as Ronald Mwesigwa.
Investigations are still ongoing to establish the motive of the killer. However, the deceased motorcycle registration number UMA 328 CQ Bajaj Boxer red in color was found well packed. Investigations indicate that possibly they got into a fight after a drink.
Police also reported a hit-and-run incident that claimed the life of a cyclist.
It is unknown motor vehicle. However, efforts are on to have the vehicle and the driver identified. The deceased was a pedocyclist, not yet identified, however, died while being taken to hospital. It is alleged that the unknown motor vehicle was coming from Gayaza side, proceeding to Chijabijo However, the vehicle was on high speed and left his lane and knocked a pedocyclist who was coming from Chijabijo, heading towards Gayaza.
Several arrests were made, mostly involving suspected pickpockets and individuals found with alleged narcotic substances or dangerous weapons. In total, about 50 suspects were arrested across areas such as Old Kampala, Nansana, Mutungu, Entebbe, Mukono, and others. Police attributed calm celebrations to heightened joint security operations and assured the public of continued safety and protection. Lydia Felly Akullu, NTV Tonight.